kids are missing out on a lot, especially because here in New York, I've really thought about how kids are probably never going to have a snow day again thanks to remote learning. And I think that's not fair. Some of my most fond memories are like playing in the yard with my sisters, making snowmen and shit. No, not our kids. No, our kids are going to be inside on Zoom calls, wearing a Bluetooth earpiece like they work at a call center. It ain't right. I don't know, I just feel really bad for the kids, even though, my experience at school, I think it's worth mentioning, I fucking hated every minute. 0 out of 10, would not recommend the experience to a friend, absolutely not. But it's important, I respect education, and that's why I got my degree at educationconnection.com. And it's actually kind of a crazy story, because I was working for an hourly wage. I went to high school, didn't do great. Still, I gotta make more cash. More education is what I'm looking at. When I get a degree, I will make a bigger salary. So now I've got to see which college is right for me. I went on the internet and found Education Connection. I took some pre-tests to find out my direction. I'm taking my classes, getting my degree. Education Connection, match me with the right college for free. Everybody get connected for free. Get connected for free with Education Connection. That was gorgeous. Give it up for yourself. Stunning. Lean in. Let me tell you how thrilled I am to be performing in New York again. Because it literally never occurred to me that not everybody knew that jingle. So I did that little skit in Toronto. And it literally never crossed my mind that this wasn't an international commercial. And I'm up here working for an hourly wage. And these Canadian girlies are staring at me. Dead silent, mouth agape. Poutine dripping down. And it hit me in that moment that they didn't know the song. I'm like, you guys don't know Education Connection? Get some culture. Poutine ain't gonna cut it, I'm gonna say something, but unfortunately we live in annoying times where I feel as though it requires some sort of disclaimer, okay? What I'm about to say next is my opinion, based solely on my experience. Yeah, it's not a general statement on this particular group of people. I am sure that there are members of this group of people in this house tonight. But again, this is my experience. For me, the worst part of my schooling experience were the teachers. Now, that's not to say that all teachers are dumb. Just mine. This is not a group of people you want to fuck with on the internet. I speak from experience. And you know what? I stand by what I said. My teachers, sometimes I'll be taking it like a dump. No, I would never, ever take a dump. I'm a girl. Sometimes I'll be making a little tinkle, My pee comes out pink. Anyone else? It's gorgeous. You could drink it. I'm not okay. Sometimes I'll just sit back and think about the shit my teachers used to do and say, and I'm blown away by how fucking dumb they are, Anyone else ever experienced that? Just mind blown that the people who were in charge of you as a child, graduated college? Twice! Everyone remembers, my teachers used to always say this. Claudia, sit down. The bell doesn't excuse you. I do. No, that's literally what the bell does. It's the sole purpose of the bell. It's why the bell is in this fucking room! Oh my God, that shit used to make me so fucking mad! And I wasn't a great student, obviously. I do this for a living. But I was that kid who was always having a snack in class. Sorry, I'm a growing girl going through puberty. Sue me, arrest me. And the way they'd fucking overreact and call you out, which just baseline as a chubby teenager is so embarrassing. And the way they'd overreact like I was committing some heinous crime in the back of the classroom, you know? Like I was fingering myself back there. And I would look at her and be like, chill. It's a baked lay, not a knife. And then in order to justify them not letting you eat in class, they had to always say, well, did you bring enough to share with the class? And I just remember thinking as a young teenager, like, why the fuck is that my problem? I'm supposed to feed this entire group? Am I running a soup kitchen? Leave me alone! Because that shit used to make me so mad. And I know for a fact that my teachers were teaching me the wrong shit. You know, because I was taught always from a very young age, there's no such thing as a dumb question. Oh, so you've never watched a movie with my husband? No, Ben, I'm watching the same movie as you. I have the same fucking information. And you know, if you stop pausing it and just watch, we'll find out what happens. Isn't the cinema amazing? Oh, there's no such thing as a dumb question? That's so interesting. So what do you call it when a waiter comes over and asks if I want the bread basket? Because you know what I would call that? A dumb fucking question. What would you call it when an Uber driver says, ma'am, there's a lot of traffic. You want to get out here and walk? I would call that a dumb fucking question. But by far, in my opinion, the most egregious, the most heinous crime our teachers ever committed. I know everyone in the room can relate to this experience. You know, it's that moment in class, you're just minding your own business, doodling, staring at the clock, willing it to move, thinking to yourself, okay, if I do 5 minutes 3 times, I'm out of here. And then just like a ton of bricks, it would hit you like, oh my God, I'm gonna shit my pants. So you do the appropriate thing, you know, ask for permission to move your bowels. Hi, Miss Goldberg. I went to a Jewish day school. Yeah, Miss Goldberg, can I go to the bathroom? It's an emergency. I don't know, Claudia. Can you? No. Listen, I respect the hustle. Not the time for a fucking grammar lesson. Seriously, I had an iced coffee for breakfast. Do you want me to take a dump in the middle of the room? Because it sounds like that's what you want me to do. Yes, I poop like this.